I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks.
Hello everyone, I'm Transyuti, and today is not my usual kind of video. Instead of a what if, I will instead be doing a video on Rustage's One Piece D&D, and more specifically, the Beawolf technique used by Ragnar and Duros. So first, some context. Duros is the first mate of the Devil's Luck Pirates. He is a 13th level Battle Master fighter played by Noble, aka Lost Paws. As the only member of the Devil's Quartet without a Devil Fruit, Rustage, the DM, has given him the most magic items out of the Devil's Quartet, tying with Verona unless you count weapons that do more damage, in which case Verona has the most. Though Veronas are mostly due to the player's decisions. His equipment includes Benevolence, a sword that heals him for half the damage he deals, a special armor with a soul that it can project, called Beawolf, that can extend the range of his protection fighting style, as well as subtract a d4 from the enemy's attack roll, and Friend, a sentient shield that can absorb certain AoE attacks and turn them into an attack of Duros' own. Ragnar is the shipwright of the Devil's Luck Pirates. He is a 13th level Berserker Barbarian played by Briggs. He has eaten the Kuma Kuma no Mi model Grizzly, which allows him to turn into a grizzly bear. He can also automatically rage when he turns into a bear, which, mini rant here, Briggs should have chosen the Totem Warrior Barbarian for Ragnar, not the Berserker. The Totem Warrior is not only way more fitting for Ragnar, but is just the objectively better subclass. Mini rant over. Ragnar wields nothing but his pants, eye patch, and his axe. His axe does 1d8 plus 1d4 damage and does double damage against anything made of wood. That comes up more often than you would expect. Often goes nearly full bear, the exception being his hands, partially to make sure he can still wield his axe. He also has a big bear form that he can use once per day, which is exactly what it sounds like. The etymological origins of the Beawolf technique come from Beowulf, a powerful Nordic warrior and the titular character from one of the first fantasy stories, and a combination of the words bear and wolf, Ragnar being able to turn into a bear, and Duros being commonly associated with wolves. The technique made its debut in the first part of the final battle of the Aeons arc. The technique has Ragnar turn into a bear, and Duros climbing onto his back and riding him. Doesn't sound that amazing, right? Well, right before the debut of this technique, the Devil's Luck Pirates reached level 12. And as Duros and Ragnar didn't multiclass, that meant they could get an ASI or feat. Ragnar chose to get the Sentinel feat, and Duros chose to get the Mounted Combatant feat. Many fans of One Piece D&D know that while Duros has a higher armor class, 23 as of episode 48 when Verona used his new Artificer Infusion to give him 1 more AC to his armor, the wiki says 22, but I checked with the people who run the wiki and they confirmed that that part isn't up to date. His health is actually not that great for a tank. Meanwhile, Ragnar has pretty good health for a tank, 117 HP, but his armor class is pretty meh. Mounted Combatant feat allows Duros to make attacks targeting Ragnar target him instead. Ragnar's Sentinel feat allows him to make an opportunity attack against a creature in melee range when it hits an ally within 5 feet. This means that an enemy attacking Ragnar can turn into Ragnar attacking that same enemy. Now, this is the main sell of the Beowolf technique, but there's way more to it. As mentioned, both Duros and Ragnar have one defensive aspect for a tank, while the other has the other aspect. But when using mounted combatant feat this way, they essentially have Duros' armor class with Ragnar's health. If the opponent's attack roll is too big for Duros' AC, he can let Ragnar take the hit, as it will hinder him much less. Furthermore, them taking up the same spot means that Ragnar is also always within Duros' friend zone, the area in which an ally needs to be in order for Duros to use his protective abilities. And AoE stuff doesn't matter as much either, as Duros is already protected via the Shield Master feat and Friend, but because of Duros' mounted combatant feat, Ragnar basically has the evasion feature, which, while being ridden by him, which is insane on a barbarian. Plus, while mounted, the mounted combatant feat gives the rider advantage on unmounted opponents smaller than, in this case, Ragnar. Which, may I remind you, that bears are large beasts, meaning advantage on most enemies, and Big Bear is a size category larger, meaning if Ragnar is Big Bear while they're using the Beawolf technique, most larger, smaller creatures are something Duros can roll advantage against when attacking. Not to mention that although Duros' speed is 0 while mounting Ragnar, Ragnar's speed increases by whatever Duros' speed is normally, 30, giving Ragnar a total speed of 65 while mounted. Usually, tanks are needed in the same spot, and this lets them get to the spot on the battlefield they're needed much earlier. The only way this combo would be more powerful is if Duros chose the Cavalier subclass instead of Battlemaster, which would give him advantage on saving throws to stay on Ragnar, kind of gives him the same benefits Sentinel gives Ragnar for this combo, plus disadvantage on attacks against Ragnar. Holy shit, this combo would be Rustage's worst nightmare if Duros had the Cavalier subclass. It could have been done to make this combo more insane if Duros took the Cavalier subclass. What adjustments could you make to do this combo at home? If your D&D campaign isn't set in the world of One Piece, all your barbarian would need to do is take 2 levels in Druid, taking the Moon subclass to turn into a bear, and potentially bigger stuff. Realistically, moving forward in Rustage's One Piece D&D campaign, if Briggs or Noble happens to see this video, my recommendation for you two, in terms of this combo specifically, is for Duros to also take the Sentinel feat to make up for not having the Cavalier subclass, and for you guys to just do the stuff that's good for your guys' builds. Anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this short video essay on the Beowolf technique. Mata today! Hey everyone, real quick, you may have noticed that the editing in this video was much better than usual, and that is because I used my school's computer to edit it. This is also something I did to create my previous 2 intros. However, as I am graduating soon, I will lose access to this, and so if you want videos to continue to be this good, please subscribe, share, comment, and pledge to my Patreon, the link to which will be down in the description. Yeah, and today I'm also in a bit of a desperate need for money, as you may have been able to see from a video I posted a few months ago. And also it will lead to me posting better videos. So yeah, this was rushed, if you believe it or not. Except you may totally be able to tell by the lack of music and some other stuff. But either way, yes, please pledge to my Patreon, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, all of that stuff. Thank you!